Okay, hello again. Welcome to part 2 of Jabba the Hutt's Palace, Rimworld Star Wars scenario. Without further ado, we've had a few updates since last time. Most notably, I've extended the palace to include a prison section, which is here with a small kitchen, like a hyper-tech research room for Jabba, and a holo table. You can get quests from there. A kind of comms room and a bit of another little production area that Han Solo. I don't know if you remember from last time, but he's got his look now. I'll go over the characters in a bit, but he's sort of in charge over here with Bark Smoke with the on the comms. The long range minerals going there. And I've got the comms console there for when Jabba needs to make some trades. A few bedrooms as well. I still haven't completely finished fleshing out all of this. There's still a bit of empty space, but it's taking form quite nicely. At least the exterior is done. I don't think I want to extend the palace much more. This is going to be it. But yeah, no, it's looking really good, I think. I didn't quite say, but with last time... This tower here, which is the greenhouse and growing zone, it also has a production area here, which Crocodile, he's in charge of here and he lives there. And then obviously Han Solo lives over here and he's in charge of this production area. Cool. I filled out the hospital a bit more and the biolab. So our hospital's here for the colonists. Got a prisoner one in case I want to extract any... harvest any organs, and I do like harvesting organs in this game because it provides a hell of a lot of money. So it's a really lucrative business. That yeah, fleshed out this, got a nice kind of flooring to that for the bio sculptor room. I've added a mortar battery, so when we do get sieges, and we have been sieged. The Tusken Raiders and pirates have tried their luck, all failed, and it's really good to have a bit of a mortar battery, so you can shoot your enemies from afar. In Rimworld, very important. That's going good. As I said, I think this looks really neat. I love this holo table here. I obviously need to decorate a bit more, but we're getting around to it. Up here, which used to be my Devil Strand growing area, I'm kind of going to turn it into sort of a cryogenic facility, power generator facility, and get some advanced batteries. I think it looks quite good, the blue against the blue. I think that's really good, and maybe get another one like this, and a few more batteries around it, and kind of a nice power unit. I started with the standard geothermal generators. However, I've gone to the advanced ones now, and I've replaced every single one on the map. So if you look, there were 8 steam geysers on the map, and I've got all 8 of them now with an advanced generator, which gives a nice amount of power. So there's 1, 2 here in the middle of our growing tower, 1 here, and obviously there's the mining shack, long since abandoned from the first episode, here and here. Yeah, so it's lots of power, as you can see. I'll show you. Run underground leads all the way through, all the way upgraded, and obviously finding off here. And I've got a massive amount of power now. Excess is 17,000 on good days. It's quite cool at the moment, by the way. 46 is very low for this map. It usually gets to the 60s. But yeah, no, it's going really well. Jabba's bedroom has been emptied a little bit. I cleared out the actual bar bit, so it looks a bit neater. I still need to get a few more things. Definitely looking at getting a poker table at some point. maybe even a piano. I mean, there was a band in Jabbas Palace in the Return of the Jedi. I've got a harp as well, so trying to get a little band going together, that'd be quite fun. Very thematic. Yeah, no, all good. And then what's really brand new actually, apart from as well as the palace, is I call this the shipyard area. So you've got, you know, a few bedrooms, a stone making area, biofuel refinery, and obviously this is my trading hub, where I deposit all of my ill-gotten gains from my various raids and mining. And essentially, so this is like the inside bit with the storeroom, and then this courtyard here is like, I've shut this off here, and this courtyard is going to be my kind of my shipyard. I don't know how many more ships I'm going to get, but certainly try and build this out down here and add a few more buildings. But yeah, as I said, I've got the storeroom here, shipyard, and then this here is my butchery. I'll show you my butcher in a bit. I'm very impressed with him. I think he looks really good. But where I keep all the meat, and it's really good to have your butcher area next to your electric smelters. So when you do kill enemies and you butcher them for human meat and for human liver, excuse me, they're in this room, and then you can destroy their tainted or smelt down their tainted clothing really quickly using the smelters. So that's how I like to play this, you know, kind of synergize those things. All the fridges for the meat. I've got as well, I've set up another electric stove cooking station for my butcher, who's also my cook as well. And I'll show you in a bit of what that character is. But yeah, that's really the improvements to the base and what it looks like so far. I think it's really come together nicely. I really like the layout and how everything's looking. Cave systems, there's like a bit of mining going on up here, you know. It's looking really cool, really fun. Yeah, so not too much. I haven't really touched the map elsewhere. I still need to sort of cordon off here, but that'll be in time. Anywho, let's jump into the characters. Jabba, he's still researching away on this new shiny terminal now. I think that looks really neat there with like these hollow banks behind. Really Star Warsy, really thematic, and so I'm all about the genes, as you know from the last episode, and I've got, you know, loads of gene processors now because I've got so much more genes that I've collected. On screen now. So let's go to Jabba. He started with a horrendous efficiency because of all of his positive and negative traits, mainly the Great Social. That's a -6 right there for Great Social and Great Intellectual. I've given him this, that's what he's got, and it's just about balanced him out. Also as well, I've given him an aesthetic nose and an aesthetic shaper because he is not the most attractive being in the universe, having that very unattractive trait. So that balances these two out, and he is he is now beauty-wise neutral. So you see -2, and then the 2 bionic things that helped out there. Shen is looking good. Let me just save this a second. Shen's looking good. This is his look. Get him away. It's the same as Kersantan. And I've done that on purpose. These two, they can look the same because they're kind of both sort of Wookiee bodyguards. I like it. Shen's light, Kersantan's dark. It's kind of like a day and night bodyguard look for Boba because they live both in here. Like the symmetry of that, you know, they live sorry, they live in 2 bedrooms next to Boba's area here. And yeah, no, they're looking really good. They've got on this kind of like nice helmet with the horns on, and the Centurion armor from Fallout New Vegas, I believe, and also Blade of the East, a massive sort of spear. I think that looks just such a neat look, with a shield belt, of course, and they're looking good there. Shen has these traits. I picked up, oh yeah, there was a few vampires have come in, sanguiphages, and I've been trying to steal their genes, basically. I can't take his just yet because his genes are still growing, so I've got to keep him alive for another 27 days. But I disabled him by getting rid of his left leg and right leg, so he's just sitting there until this timer finishes, and I can pop him in the gene ripper and get his good. The sanguiphages have amazing genes, but I got strong melee from the one of the sanguiphages, as well as I thought I've captured 3 sanguiphages in total. I think it was the Arcanite metabolism actually I got from the other sanguiphage. So yeah, got that and strong melee, and from him I'm gonna get, I'm thinking fast runner or robust or low sleep. That's a -4. We'll see about that. Cool. So yeah, Shen, going back to him, got strong melee, and I've got a few more negative traits to balance everything out. It's looking really good. Got dark vision, super clotting, super good one. Yep, and Shen's turned out to be quite a good plant person. I've given up on him animal wise because I've got somebody else doing that now. And he's still he's actually a really good constructor next to Cassante, so, but he just does plants as well. And he's got, his melee's getting really good. I've given him legs to go faster, because Wookiees they've got the negative speed debuff, so they're quite slow, and because he's a melee character, I want him to be up close and quickly engaging as as fast as possible. Gork. Oh, Gork. I didn't like his look at the beginning, so I have changed him up, and I think he looks absolutely fantastic now. I've given him, we'll do his genes first. So yeah, he's got the long lifespan. I managed to get him dead calm in the end, which took out hyper aggressive, so that's a -4 right there with losing that. And I got him dark vision, and I had to make it up by giving him all of these negative traits, and still hasn't quite fixed him. I also took away his digestion pluses, so his robust digestion and his so he can't get food poisoning. I can't remember what the other one did, but even then, he's a hungry boy, likes to eat. Gear wise, he's got the leg 8 armor. This is from Fallout New Vegas. The Caesar's Legion. ISB agent helmet. I'm nearly actually in a position to actually make these myself, but not quite yet, from the Hypertech bench fabricator. And I've given him a massive hammer, again from the Caesar's Legion, from the Forge mod there. I think that looks really good. Really strong mace, hammer, and he's got a shield belt as well. I've given him some legs so he can get close up and personal quickly, and also I've sorted out his beauty problems. Since I sorted out Gork's beauty problem and his aggressive problem, he's become actually a decent member of society. No longer is he ripping Greedo's legs off, of which he did that every 5 minutes, it felt like. But yeah, I've sorted him out a bit. I think he looks really good. I love the look. Yeah, really cool. And I think that looks quite, looks quite good for the aesthetically for Return of the Jedi, where you actually see these Gamoran creatures. I suppose it doesn't say Gamoran creatures anymore, but yeah, This is his latest Kasantan. Or Kasantan. He's got the same as Shen, so gear-wise the same. Trait-wise, he only needs to do mining and construction. I don't have any negatives for that, so he's got basically everything negative-wise, and he's, as I say, got strong melee. He's a fantastic character, and a brawler as well. He started with that, so that's good. Also gave them legs. I think at some point as well I'll need to maybe give them a beauty thing, because both Wookiees have got unattractive, but because it's just one unattractive, he's social wise they're not doing too badly, and I think it's mainly because of the kind instincts. It kind of cancels it out socially, whereas I mean everybody hated Jabba, for example, when he was super ugly, but he's getting a bit better now. But yeah, they're getting along, and also kind instincts, they don't need dead calm because they won't fight and they won't hurt people, because the idea of Cassandra or Shen, they'd absolutely do some damage on somebody if they had the opportunity of a social fight. Bark Smoke, I'm really liking how he's progressed, what he looks like now. He has I've found this really cool. I don't know where this mod has really come from. I think it's Outer Rim Core, is it? And it's essentially a bracelet that has a knockout dart fixed into it. So if I shoot Han Solo here, it goes bang and it hits him. Yeah, wait for this. So it's like a little dart, massive range as well. It hits him and then it knocks him out. Look, he's completely asleep. Super cool. So he's got that gear. I mean, you don't even need it's sedated him for 8 hours as well. So if you want to capture people, you no longer need to use that awful shock lance that gives a 50-50 chance of burning their brain, giving them a horrendous scar on their brain, which requires a biosculptor regeneration cycle of 24 days. Now they've just got this nice little kind of van brace, really cool. He's got a nice gun. I gave him this Imperial Cadet helmet. I think they look quite good because of his eyes and the way that it looks. He's got a chest plate on and plate leg with a duster over the top. I'm having really good luck finding these Krayt dragons. I've got tons of their hide. You can see all of this. This is all the dragon hide. And this is pretty much, I think, the best material in the game. I mean, if you could compare this, maximum hit points, look at that. 230 sharp, 250 blunt, 150 heat, with a nice heat installation number of 20 on this. And then, so if you compare this, obviously that, to Devil Strand, which was traditionally in vanilla, some of the best textiles to make your clothing and fabric and all your gear out of. It's only got 140 sharp and 36 blunt. It's got a lot of heat resistance and it's got a good installation here, but it's this is really good stuff to make your kit out of, all your dusters and your jackets and everything. So I'm having a fantastic time, making good clothing. So going back to Bar Smoke, that's the end of his gear. Yeah, he's got a duster, as I said, plate leg, so he's covered from head to toe in armour underneath his duster there. I think he looks quite good. I like the black, the red and the black. And he's got jeans, so he's already got dark vision, that's all good. He was aggressive, so I had to get him dead calm him down, which is good. I picked up strong shooting, actually. I believe I got strong shooting from a merchant, and then I got great shooting from a hussar. A slave trader sold me a hussar for like next to nothing, and I was able to pinch that, get a great shooting's a fantastic trait, by the way, and it's boosted him up to 18 there, so he's really looking good, really strong intellectual. He's been doing all my scanning. Yeah, fantastic. And then and then also as well, I've been trying to do some skill trainers to get him a miner, to do some mining, because I need 6 miners, and I'll go over that now actually. So when I do my mining runs, obviously I do my long range scanner, and then I go on my mining runs to the world and find all of these like components, steel, plasteel, whatever I need, gold, and then they will hop in the ship. I'll show you at the end of this video. I was going to show you some gameplay, because I've just realised I'm just explaining everything and not actually doing any gameplay. But I think it is important to set up the look and feel of everything, and then show you some gameplay. Because the beginning bit, building all of this wasn't particularly interesting to watch, and some of the fights have been quite boring. But I'm definitely going to look to show some really fun gameplay later when everything's set up and everybody looks good, and's got good guns, and it's a bit more organised. But yeah, anyway, going back to the mining operation, so everybody jumps in. This ship here has a max crew of 6, so I'm looking for 6 miners. Gasantan's one of them, so is Bark Smoke, and what I do is I got a drill arm on him. Obviously got his stomach shut out in the first episode, so that's why he's got that, and then 2 bionic legs to make him go faster, because the drill arm slows you down. Negative there. And even with a drill arm and a 5 mining skill, he can mine pretty quickly. He's not awful. Okay, that's that. Yeah, that's Bark Smoke. Boba Fett, the man. Gear wise, I've given him a it's called a Kyroban projector, and it essentially freezes people. So if I do that, maybe it doesn't hurt my own guys, but it's like a kind of a thing that freezes enemies, which I thought was really handy. And obviously he's got fire spew still, his flamethrower, and he's got something called ink spray. So if I get Sharky to stand there, so he can shoot an ink spray at he's got all these kind of like, because obviously he's, Boba Fett, he's got all of these accessories and pieces of gear to sort of help him. Oh, there it is, ink, whole body. Yeah, max sight, yeah, blinds you. So I didn't notice that because the jeans were going. Yeah, no, it's really neat kind of little things he's picked up, along with his vamp brace. But yeah, I went over his gear last time, pretty standard gear. As I said, he's got the Xeno ink spray and fire spew. That's to simulate a flamethrower and like an ink shot. In case I want to capture anybody, it could be good to blind them and then capture them, so they can't shoot back. And then just some strong shooting. He was always already a very good shooter, but now he's a perfect one. So yeah, he's got all of that. Gear wise, I'm actually just in the middle of upgrading everybody. And I'm going to give, because I've done a bit more research, and I'm going to give everybody like armor skin gland, a more efficient stomach, some bionic legs, because I want everybody to have 2 bionic legs. And then because of the armor skin gland, I'm going to make, I need to make beautifiers, because our armor skin glands make, so even though it helps obviously your armor, it gives you -1 beauty and slows you down. So that's to sort of offset that basically. And I'm working on that. I haven't got every of the the tech prints yet. I'm still looking for, this one's a really good one to have, the circadian assistant to help that sleep rate. That's really good. I think the half cyclical is a bit too much, because even though it keeps you awake all the time, it kind of slows you down a little bit, and I don't think I quite like that. Also, as well, don't forget, most of these guys are, well, I think Boba's actually the first one I've got to, but you know, they all have ladies. They've got ladies that they hop into bed with, and you know, get some loving. Well, they got nice opinions of their wives and stuff, but I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you that as I go through them. So yeah, I'm currently upgrading here. Again, Boba, he is because obviously he does trading, because he flies his ship around and trades with the other factions. So he needs good social. He's also a warden as well. You know, sorting out the prisoners and stuff like that. So he needs the social. But I've also skilled him up on mining, and I've given him a drill arm, and he's become quite a good miner. Good. Greedo, changes I've made. I've switched out careful trigger happy to careful shooter, and gave him fast walker as well, because psychopath and trigger happy wasn't the best of traits, I've noticed, and I wanted to make him a bit more useful, basically. Okay. So yeah, Greedo's gear, I've given him a better gun. He just had like a kind of a crappy pistol at the beginning, and he's got this amazing gun, which has a very small aiming time. So, but with careful shooter, that's now plus 25. So it's more like it fires every second, but it's still a very good, nice range of 35 and 28 damage. It's a very, very lethal gun, this. And he wears a... Oh, sorry, let me switch to him. And that's what he looks like. And he wears a cool helmet, composite helmet, with a jacket and like a chest piece underneath, if you see there, with the leg plates. I think he looks really good. I'm quite happy with him. Gene-wise, I managed to get fast run on him and give him a lot of negatives. Give him strong shooting as well. Dark vision's a must-do. Also an interesting one, this heightened senses as well, which improves sight and, well, hearing's fine, but certainly sight is quite good, because it means he can shoot better. The higher sight you've got, the better you are. And obviously if we attack in the dark, he's got dark vision, so that's really good. And yeah, he's a really fantastic character. He's come together very nicely. He's incredible at plants, which he started with. And then I've given him a drill arm, and then 2 legs, bionic legs to make him move faster. I think, oh yeah, Rhodians are unattractive, so I've you know, helped it out with the aesthetic shaper there, so that people didn't like him. And because of that, he shacked up with Cassie in the end. Who's there. Cassie looks a bit different, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'll just work my way through. But yeah, he's having a good time, Cassie. Han Solo. Oh, I've knocked him out. Let's get him up. Give him the lights. This is what Han Solo looks like. Give him a cool haircut. Trying to make him look as accurate as possible. He's got the NCR combat helmet and the NCR Ranger armor. You probably see this from Fallout New Vegas if you're a fan of the Fallout games. Giving him a nice... I had this gun as well. I won it from a quest. I don't think it's particularly good with a bad damage, but it's got a nice range, and it, you know, kind of looks good on him. Looks like kind of like a Star Warsy AK. AR. I mean, fantastic stats. Tough, great memory, good at crafting and plants. So he's my backup crafter. Really good at shooting now, and he's also become one of the miners. So he's got the bionic leg with the drill arm. Gene wise, he doesn't eat anything these days. He's got a really good one. He's got great shooting, you know, like dark vision, classic. His gear's so good that it doesn't need the super hot, you know, the heat tolerance, because his gear covers the comfortable temperature range. So that saved me a bit of metabolic efficiency there, heightened senses. Yeah, no, he's one of the best characters I've got, Han Solo. Really glad to have him on the team. Called him a smuggler as well, and he's just good, just a solid miner and crafter, and helps out with the crop in his spare time. Cool. Shaku. He's another little favourite of mine. It's off the tools. Shaku has... I haven't completely... He still doesn't have his own... Because if you go here, I've been going down, obviously Han Solo has his own, you know, outfits. I haven't set, from now on with these guys here, I haven't set their clothing yet, because I got raided by... it was Death Watch. It was these guys here, even though they haven't quite ticked down to hate, you know, to attack me yet, they're still neutral. They decided to raid me, because they are there, you know, the way of the Mandalore is they are a raider faction, and they attacked me. And I managed to get some gear from them, you know, like these cuirasses, and they're quite good actually. So they're just wearing them for now. I can't make them myself because if you look at the Outer Rim research tab with the hypertech stuff, I need to trade with the Empire, the Rebels, and the Mandalorians and get this research core. I haven't been looking for that, so I need to pick that up, put it next to my hypertech research bench, I can put it here or something, and then I can start researching and you know, getting this gear, which is like all of these, as you can see here, the cuirasses and that. I mean, I've got my forge for the now, and I can create, you know, customizable Mando plates, you know, chest pieces and helmets and leg plates and stuff. But you know, I'm just trying to get everybody a unique look basically. And he has, as I said, a nice duster with the cuirass, and then like a helmet that I won as well from defeating the Mandalorians. They were really tough. They came at me, and I had to really, because they were so heavily armoured that it took ages to take them down, and they were shooting at me. I think just on my defences, I've got obviously this gun line here. Well, I'm going to build out the turrets as well. The uranium slug's quite good because of the range, because it's like, because some of the Tuskens line up here and they shoot me, and I can't shoot them back because they've got such a range on their cyclicas. But what I've done is, because I've got night vision, because all of my guys have dark vision, I've made, you know, this is all, if you look in the bottom left now, this is all dark here with a roof. So I can see them in broad daylight if they are attacking it in broad daylight, whereas it's dark for them and they can't see me. So I can sort of, you know, shoot from the darkness so they can barely hit me when I'm behind cover and in dark. Yeah, so Shaku, he was not always a... Ooh, I can't... Because I've changed his xenotype. Maybe I can find it. So if I apply Xeno, I think he was called a Weequay, I think is what he was originally, before I added all the Xenos. And this is what the germline is here, and it's sort of like a... it kind of looks like a dirt mole really, but he has these kind of chin spines. Anyway, here's his thing. He's heat tolerant, reduced pain, which is quite nice, but obviously always unattractive. Seems to be the theme of my thugs and criminals. Everybody doesn't look very nice. And he, as I said, he has that. I bought this sniper rifle as well. I think it's a wicked looking rifle. and he's a great shot as well. And he has become a really good favourite of mine, actually, Shaku. So this is what he does. So he does shooting, and he does. I really want to make him heavy into animals because he is my shooting specialist, which is the So it's one of your your roles that you have in your ideology, and he's the hunter, the shooting specialist, and the shooting specialist, as you can see, it's better here to have it. He actually was a hunter, and my thing's a hunter. That's what I've called my shooting specialist in my ideology. So I thought that was really fitting. And he, as you can see, it disables a lot of things when you become a hunter. See the disabled work there, and it disables all of this stuff. So he was actually able to do everything, but it took away a lot of things. So he can't be a miner, which is a shame because it'd be good to have him on board. But it leaves animals for you to do, and he had a passion in that. So it's like, okay, maybe he can become my animal trainer. And I've got a few more animals now, actually. I had a Kaibuck at the beginning, but I, slaughtered that for meat eventually. And I want to build a little herd of Banthas, because I've modded it with the Banthas, and they're one of the best pack animals in the game now. They're a bit slower. They're not as fast as like horses, for example, in vanilla, but they've got an insane carry capacity. And if I go, for example, if I just like form a random caravan, and I go down to my Bantha, I've only got a female for the start. I'm going to get another one, but as you can see there, 140 carry capacity, just fantastic. And I'm going to get a herd of as I said, I just need to find a male Bantha, and then I can create a whole herd of them, and that would be good, I think. And maybe Shen can kind of take care of them on the road, or more Shaku. But what I'm thinking actually is Shaku is my massive handlers. A massive is if you see the Book of Boba Fett, or they've come up in a few. They're on Tatooine basically, and they're sort of like the dogs or the wargs of. So warg, Rimworld. So you got the warg, which is the Rimworld. The core. They're good for they're like attack animals basically, and the massive is the same, and I've tried to kind of similarly give them an armor rating and a power. I may adjust this in a bit actually to make them a bit more powerful, but I've kind of tried to make them on par with the warg. If you see, I've made them a bit stronger actually. But yeah, massive. I bought them and I've been breeding them. I've got 4 males, and I've named them all, and a brood mother in case any of the males die, and I'm going to keep it at that. So the brood mother lives there in this little kind of paddock by the butcher area, and the kibble. The Bantha's just running around this whole area. I need to probably get a Bantha house or hut for them. I was thinking a Shen could maybe take care of the Banthas or something, but you can't really discern. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's a future video. But yeah, as I said, I got these dogs, and they're all massives rather, and they've all become adults now. And it's good. It's good as your attack dogs. I like to have males as the attack, as because they're going to follow Shaku around basically, because obviously he's a really good shooter with the shooting specialist and an animal trainer, and he's going to have the massives follow him, and because he's like a sniper as well, he's got the sniper rifle, he can pick off people from afar, and then when people get up close to them, he'll have a pack of massives around him to kind of protect him. Yeah, so that's good. No, he's doing well, but they've only just become adults, these massives, so yeah. His gear, he's got a knockout dart as well. Probably shouldn't give that to him actually, because if an enemy does get close, the maths will rip it apart, so maybe I shouldn't have given that to him. Have I forced that on him? Oh yeah, I have, yeah. Anyway, I'll change that out. But yeah, that's his gear. So gene-wise, yeah, he's got that. I think I went over that earlier. And then, because he's unattractive, I gave him attractive bionic replacements. Nearly at the end. So Gavexer is, again, he was a human once upon a time. But he has changed now, and he is a... I'll try and find it again. A bit easier, because I know this one. He's a Devorian of the Star Wars. And, gear-wise, he just has like a jacket and, you know, armour I got from the Mandalorian Death Watch raids. I've given him a knockout dart as well, which is cool. And he's got a nice long-range carbine weapon. You know, 45 range, high aiming time, which is good because he's trigger happy. And then fantastic shooting, mainly thanks to his genes. But a Devorian is a carnivore, and they can only eat meat, and they will throw up if they eat anything else. So that is why, and this ties in quite nicely, he is I think he's like my secondary cook, or my third cook, or whatever you want to call it. You know, some of the ladies can cook down here. But essentially he lives, so Shaku lives here with the, you know, with the massives, and he's a massive trainer. And then Gavexia lives here as well, and he's my butcher. I've called him there. You can see the job title. And he does all my butchering, and then what he does is obviously I store all the meat, and then he makes his own meals, because he can only eat fine carnivore. You know, he can only eat kind of carnivorous meals. So I've got like lavish meals and fine carnivore ones, and yeah, he can wake up and just eat meat. Shaku eats a bit of meat as well, but you know, whatever, right? Yeah, so I think that ties in quite nicely. I've got all my meat over here, and any excess meat is sent over to this fridge here, which then the biofuel refineries collect. And as you can see there, because the problem is meat outside of a fridge will, you know, these are all my fridges, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I love the look of these fridges, but meat outside the fridge will just deteriorate so quickly. So I put them in this fridge here, and I make them into chem fuel, because this, you know, flying this Boba Fett ship all day, or you know, all day, it requires so much chem fuel. I've actually built it back up, but I've really struggled for chem fuel. But I've got a good system now where I get loads of meat and harvest it into biofuel now, because I wasn't growing too much wood, unfortunately, because of what I set to grow with the fibre corns, because I'd like to keep a little bit of wood for these braziers. But anyway, going back to Gavexia, that was very long-winded. So yeah, he's a fantastic butcher. I've given him, because he's aggressive, I had to give him dead calm, because he was starting to kick a fuss and fighting with people. He's also got fire resistant, strong immunity, which is nice. And I give him a few negative things to balance out his diet. But yeah, he's got great shooting, he's a fantastic shot now. And he's good melee as well, actually. So I'm thinking about giving everybody either a side knife arm, because I've got the sidearms mod here, or better yet, even a what's it called, an elbow blade, or one of them, this compact weaponry. Probably give them an elbow blade or a hand talon or something, so that they can, if they do get into melee combat, you know, they've got like a backup. Because they don't, at the moment they've just got a gun, you know, and then obviously things come up next to them and they've got a melee. Yeah, so yeah, really cool looking thing. He looks like a kind of a devil, sort of, and I just really like the theme of having him as the butcher when he's a carnivore. I thought that was just perfect. Cool. Crocodile. Obviously no genes to sort out because he is a Tuscan, and you can't mess with him. I've given him pretty, Beskar cuirasses. I've given him a bit of armour in the end because he was getting shot up. I've given him like a Tuscan Raider gun actually, but he doesn't do too much fighting because he's relegated to my smith. And I'm going to make him my production specialist as well and keep him here, with the role change. Where's Crocodile? Okay, blood. I'm going to give him the smith, but it disables so much because he was not only my smith, but he was my miner. And I was thinking about giving him like a drill arm and stuff, but then because I saw that the smith took away your mining ability, so he's just going to do that, and he can't even haul or clean. So when I probably get more characters, I need to get, because at the moment I've got 6 miners, but yeah, I need to make another one. I was thinking about maybe give X here into another miner, but yeah, I need a few more miners. But for the now, I'm keeping him as, not giving him that role because of that. Yeah, he's got standard equipment, and he's really doing well, just making everything for me. He holds down this little area. I've got everything in, auto, so whenever they get a tattered clothing, they kind of sort it out themselves. It's really good. He also makes the shells for the mortars. Anything I need. This is his production zone here. Cool. So Cassie, she's changed, as you can see. She is no longer a red-headed human woman. She is a Twi'leki, I believe it's called. Obviously, she just has the bikini on and the Twi'lek head. This is good actually because there's no negatives or pluses. So it's essentially just a baseliner, but with an alien look to her, which I thought was good. And what's that enabled me to do? I've got fast runner, dark vision, and she's still just my warden. I haven't improved. I can't find a construction skill trainer, so I haven't done that yet. But combined with jogger, with fast runner, she's now really quick. Got a nice move speed of 5.5. And yeah, she's really good. And also with all the ladies, I've made them look beautiful with the aesthetic nose and the shaper, and also because they're all shacked up with men. Cassie is with Greedo, and she has a love enhancer for their pleasure. So when they have guts and love, and look at that, it just skyrockets the plus move penalty, so they're always getting inspirations and all of that. She's got inspired recruitment right now, so if I did have somebody I could recruit. Obviously I'm not planning to recruit Mac for Sengraphage, as I said at the beginning of the video. As soon as that's over I'll get him, but I could recruit him right now if I wanted to. But yep, Zaomi is a Togrita. I'm probably butchering that, but yep. And got a cool kind of look. I love these. I've seen these in the Star Wars universe. Again, quite neutral genes. And then gave this. Also got fast runner there. She's kind. She is a new addition to the group, by the way. The newest of the girls. And she does good plants, and she's my backup cook. In fact, actually, I set her up as a cook, a little cooking unit here, to make simple meals, and that's for the prisoners. So it's kind of all areas are localized production. So Gork does the main lavish meals for the colonists, prisoner meals here next to the prison cells. Got these nice doors, by the way, for the prison cells, if you didn't see that earlier. This is going to be another cell, but I'm currently mining some Durasteel, which I need. So after that's done there, I'll make that into a little prison cell. Yeah, and yeah, got a fantastic good hunger rate on her, and she's really quick as well. I'm not making her do any animals, by the way. She's just simply a simple meal chef and plant. You know, do the plants. Yeah, standard beauty and love enhancer. And she shacked up with Han Solo. She lives here with Han Solo because Han Solo obviously goes off to his job, crafting and anything else he needs to do over there. And then because she's shacked up with him, she goes over here to cook and cook for the prisoners. And also aesthetics like Wookiees and Bark Smoke. Because they're ascetics, they only eat simple meals. They don't get any pleasure about eating, you know, meals, which is a shame, by the way, because like you get a really good mood buff from lavish meals. Got a nice 12 there. So that's Amy. Yeah. Moving to BB. These are her traits, probably added a few more. I haven't got a fast runner, but I'm aiming to at some point if I get a few more negative traits to balance out the hunger rate. But the moment she doesn't eat much. She's still my medical expert. Oh, sorry, I've made her into the organ harvester, which is the medical specialist. She's really good. She's like my organ harvester, as I said. Well, I mean, I've literally called the medical specialist an organ harvester. So that shows you what she does every day, and so I've increased her art skill as well. I'm gonna try and make a few more, you know, art sculptures, and you know, when I come to actually decorating this place, because it's not very decorated at the moment. I'm just building the bare, you know, essentials to actually effectively run my base. And also she's gourmand as well, so this is cancelling out her gourmand, which is good. So she's not getting quite as hungry so quickly. But yeah, she's really good medical, and with the hospital as well. It's because she lives with Bobber over here, so she's in the hospital already, and she creates the xenogenes. So again, it's localized production. That's really handy to have that. And she's an incredible, good team player. And finally, I think she was called Mena once upon a time, but I changed her to Leia and gave her Leia look. As in Princess Leia, out of Return of the Jedi. And she was a body purist once upon a time. I removed that trait because I didn't realise that when you change their genome, so their xenotype, body purists don't like that. I thought body purist was just for the, you know, for this stuff here, but she. Yeah, which was quite annoying. So she's really fast as well. She's another jogger, like Cassie, another jogger with the fast runner trait. Leia's a fast runner with a jogger. And she does plants, and she's a backup medical. Really good. And Leia shacked up with Gork in the end. It took a while because Gork was so ugly, but they eventually did it. And because she does medical as well, it's good that she's here, kind of near the hospital and the prisoners, and she also does plants as well, so it's good that she's in the growing zone, so it's probably a good thing. And Gork's next to the kitchen, so it's nice, again, localised production. So, you know, staying in your production zones. Yep, that's about it. In terms of that, characters and updates and genes and everything. I still haven't got the relic yet, the slab. 2 quests away. I've done 3. I just haven't got round to it because I've got bigger things. Gearing people up, giving them good weapons, making sure everybody looks okay. Yeah, good stuff. So what I'm going to show you now. Go back to current. So I'm literally just going to show you a quick mining run, because I'm constantly running out of steel. By the way, there's never enough steel on the map for where I go. So I'm going to go and get some steel. It's my ship. It's my steel chunk here on the map. As you can see, it's out there. And all I do is I load up my miners. So Crocodile, Bobber, Han Solo, Chrysanthemum, Greedo, and Bark Smoke. There's a 6, and remember you can only have 6 in the ship at one time. Give them a bit of food. Yeah, just do that. Give them a bit of food. Where we go. They load up. All ready to go. Always save before you fly. You never know what could happen. Steel facility. Go over there. As you can see, nice big steel plot in the middle. Mine that. I always check the wildlife actually. As you can see, there's a herd of camels. And but my overflow meat storage isn't looking. Yeah, it's looking fine. So I'm not gonna kill. I usually kill them and bring, because when you bring back the animal corpses, you can butcher them straight away. And then because I'm full up with meat at the moment, I put them in the thing to make into fuel. So it's kind of like so like this trip pays for itself basically with the amount of with the amount of fuel I've used. A little bit of chem fuel there, and obviously the meat from the camels like this usually gets it back. But on this instance I don't do that. I'm just going to bring the ship over here and get a zone. You know, get everybody to haul over here. And essentially they'll just... Oh, I've been ambushed. What is it? A Borkatu. Interesting. 2 of them. One there and there. Oh, Han Solo's in trouble. So get Crocodile to shoot. Get him out of there. This guy's going to come around here. So line up. Problem is, Crocodile's gun isn't very good, so maybe... Oh, there you go. I got him. What are the Borkatus? Oh, it's this hide. It's yeah, I don't need it. I've got enough meat as well. Continue on. And essentially what they'll do now is they will Chrysanthemum's going to take the ship over, and they're just going to mine this all out and load it into this stockpile here probably, and then we can set off home again. And it usually you can do that, obviously if you set off in the morning you can do that by the night time. So by the time it gets to sort of like, obviously this is a quick one here because everybody's got like drill arms, and well, not Crocodile and Chrysanthemum, but Han Solo, Bobber and Bark Smoke and stuff, they've all got drill arms and they're getting quite good at mining, so they just rip through the steel. As you can see there, look at that. They did that in like, you know, next to nothing. So they're all done now, and it's all in there. Load them up with the food and that's an easy way to get 2 grand of steel right there. Instead of, you know, just a bit of manual clicking around a few buttons, and you're all good. I could do with some more plasteel, I think. Yeah, but the problem is it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it's you know, the day is coming to an end. Maybe I'll do that another time. So launch the ship back, you know, get it back here, and there you go. 2 grand of steel, just easy peasy. Just, I mean, that's the power of getting a, you know, a ship. Getting that much steel has been so difficult in the past. Yeah, bro. I'm going to stop recording there, I think. I just wanted to show you that and how I got that. I'm going to, because I get raided mainly by the Tuscan Raiders. So I think next episode I'm going to get into a position, because I want basically a variety of factions to attack me so that I can recruit more people. And I don't want to recruit any more Tuscan Raiders. I'm fine with just Crocodile. But I'm probably going to, next episode, fly to these 2 here and take them out and kill them. So I destroy the faction so that I can get, you know, attacked by me, and then maybe cheat my way to become negative with, like, the Galactic Empire, you know, the Rebel Alliance, you know, all of that, and then so I can get attacked by a variety of people, because Tuscan Raiders, as I said, don't have a Xeno. And even if I get attacked by humans and I just get baseliners, I can always do what I've done with Shaku and Gavexa, and that's just like turn them into the various xenotypes, and, you know, just have like a nice variety of characters, rather than kind of wait, you know, for a Rhodian to turn up. I can just simply create one myself, you know, with not cheating, obviously. I'm just doing the aesthetics, because Gavexa was obviously a baseliner I just captured, you know, the right way, the standard way, and then I haven't altered any of this and the traits and that. It's just literally their look, and I mean, obviously there's a bit of, you know, advantages about getting here, but it's not too heavy. And I think if it was there was some advantages that were too overbearing, I'd delete them out. But there you go. It's a long one today, but that's where I'm up to. I've had such good fun playing this. Take care. Bye bye.